Assalamu alaikum. My name is Nada and I picked the beautiful state of Burj Village as my Yom al-Ilm project. Now the reason why I picked it is because of their history and people. I also picked it because my grandfather from my dad's side was born and raised in El Yashir, which is a city located in Burj Village. So I'm going to start with their history. Burj Village was land first owned by the Ottoman Empire. Al-Burj is a word used by the Turkish, and before civilization, the land was run by savages, thieves, and robbers. The place of Burj Village was civilized by a man named Baba Arouj. He was a Turkish man who came to Algiers in 1415. He rebuilt Burj Village, so they named the state after him. And that's the picture. Now we do the geography. So Burj Village became a state in 1984. The state's capital is Divan, and their zip code is 34,000. There are 10 different counties in the state, and it's 3,920.42 kilometers squared. The population is about 700,000, and their biggest body of water is Wadi al-Qas. It's in the northern part of the state, and it is about 50 kilometers until it pours into Sida, which is another state in Algeria. Location and climate. It is part of the east coast of Algeria. It is east of Bouira, west of Slave, south of Bijaya, and north of Msila. The ancestors that now live there are from Amasiyas and Senhaja. And it's dry and warm in the summer, while it's snow and cold in the winter, and you get warm temperature. The economy and agriculture. So their economy is supported by their agriculture, and they grow wheat and qamh. Qamh is barley, and they have a forest of 100,000 acres. The big company Chandor Electronics, which is AC, TV, phones, it's like a huge thing in Algeria. It's located in Burj Village, and they have an industry for creating paper, an industry for wood and carpenting, and a famous fountain called the Ain Zada. It holds 125 million cubic meters of water, and from the fountain they provide water to another state called Slave. They grow other crops such as tomatoes, peppers, potatoes, cantaloupe, and watermelon, and they also raise animals such as sheep, etc. And that's a picture of Ain Zada. Their culture. So the men wear the barnos. They make fakhar out of mud and clay. They also make jewelry such as silver. And so on the first day of spring, the citizens celebrate by going to like an open field or like gardens, and they have picnics with fruits and stuff like that, and the children run around and play. So that's a fakhar, and that's barnos. So martyr Isa Hamitush bin Dawi. Isa Hamitush was born in 1927. He grew up in a village where he studied the Quran. He later became a teacher in Al Yashir, and he met the family Bilwani of UDMA obedience. He became both an activist of the ulama and the MTLD. He explained his belonging to the ulamas through his training at the Quranic school and the MTLD. Through that, he sustained action within this party. He was a member of OS and he took action. Accused of fomenting a strike, he was arrested and sentenced to 1 year in prison. It was then that his friends formed bin Misbah to defend him. He was later released 8 days later. He later left Algeria and went to live in France in the year 1952, but the area didn't please him, so he came back to Algeria by the year 1953. November 1st was the outbreak of the revolution. Hamid Touche was at the masjid when the French officers went to his house to arrest him. But before they could, 3 men picked him up, and he joined the group of Wilaya 3. Within his group, he became a fighter and a sniper. A while later, he became captain of his group and was known as Captain Hamid Touche. On the battlefield of June 24th, 1958, Isa Hamid Touche bin Dawi was killed by one of the French soldiers. That's a picture of him. Muhammad Bashir al-Ibrahimi. Sheikh al-Bashir al-Ibrahimi was born June 14, 1889 in Ras al-Wad in the Wilaya of Burj Village. As he grew up in the year 1911, he went to live in Medina with his family, where he received a higher education in Algeria. After Medina, he went to Damascus in Syria, where he taught at the Sultana school for years. Al-Ibrahimi finally came back to Algeria, where he created, with his companion Sheikh bin Badis, Association of Algerian Muslim Ulamas, on May 5, 1931. Their motto is Islam is our religion, Arabic is our language, and Algeria is our country. And Bashir al-Ibrahimi later died May 20th, 1965. And then
Thank you, Nata.